Some people were born for that. And the fulfillment of that life purpose fulfills your soul. If that's you, you're one of the privileged few that can operate in high commerce without losing your soul. Those are the people who are in high commerce and do charity work. Those are the people who get in high places and just put people on because for no reason. They just say, come on, you, let's go. You got there, but you didn't lose your soul. So now decide for yourself at the end of this experience you're having at this university, do I want my soul or do I want money? And I think media centers us in that because you're actually recording your soul in media. So last point on this. You can escape by creating your own media. We have television, radio, and the internet. Can you come up with something else? What else? The word internet did not exist until 1994. Imagine that. There was no concept of internet. The word didn't exist, we couldn't see it. Nothing. Somebody came up, internet. Actually, it was the CIA, but internet. Now we have a new means of communication. They were media students too, probably thinking out the box. The first form of media, though, is the spoken word. If you want to think about a new medium, start with the spoken word. The internet is the written word, really. It has spoken word on, these other things were added to the internet later. But the basis of the internet is words. Go back to the word and try to figure out how you could bring words to people without radio, television, or internet. If you could come up with a fourth communication for the dispensing of words, for communication, if you come up with a fourth, you'll be obviously the most successful woman in that medium, but you'll also be free. You'll be liberated in that sense. You'll call the shots. And if your soul is intact, you won't call the shots that we see being called today. Yeah.
I have another perspective. So, and I'm going to give it to you. And it's a theoretical perspective that might deviate a little bit from what my brother said. First and foremost, and I have to spit it today because right now we're in a crisis. And we all collectively have to reach consciousness and become liberated before the crisis hits us. One, the media is in sociology, and I'm a sociologist first, is what we call, and it's a term by, if you want to look it up, it's a historical materialist term. People won't call me a conspiracy theorist. It's okay because I'm going to spit my conspiracy theory today. It's what Marxism calls, specifically in the work of Antonio Gramsci, calls a form of ideological hegemony. That's first. In historical materialist thought, we argue that there are two classes of people. They're the ruling class, and everybody else is the working class. So I'm telling y'all, and I'm speaking from a theoretical perspective. Some people in the audience may not agree, but I'm going to give you that perspective. The media is a tool of the state and of the ruling class. And if you pay attention to what's going on right now, the media is controlled and dominated by a few corporations, maybe 2 or 3, who own the majority, ruling class families who own the majority of the mediums, especially when it comes to your news mediums, and then when it comes to entertainment, there's a variation. The media serves 2 purposes. The first purpose it serves is to disseminate information to the masses of people. That's one. The second purpose that it serves to manipulate and control the perception of the people. That's number 2. Now this is where liberation, the difference between freedom and liberation comes, and the challenge that I'm going to hold you to, because I have to at this point, right? Because whoever controls the media controls the dissemination of information and controls the information that's being disseminated. And the problem with the public and what Chris said, KRS said, as far as technology, we become lazy. We're lazy, we're not scholarly, and we don't think. We have been conditioned to receive information. We're receptors. We receive information. And so the media controls the information that we receive. So let's take your news media as an example. One of the principal psychological things that the news media plays on is fear, right? And so when you pay attention to what's being said to you, now if you, and some people may argue that what the media is telling you, and understand that there's no such thing as entertainment. There's no such thing as entertainment in any venue, even hip hop or rap music. Because the label, and he can testify, the label controls the information that's disseminated through the mouths of the MC. And when they don't like what you say, they bury you underground. You understand what I'm saying? At critical stages, we have to pay attention to what information is being disseminated, why that information is being disseminated, and most importantly, whose interest that information serves. So when CNN and Fox News, as an example, comes on and tells you something,